What's up, guys? We are back in Archeage as there's quite a big controversy going on over this item. Todd's document starts a brand new quest chain. Fisherman Todd is required some help to transport a fish to specific regions. So, there's a lot of complaining because this is taking you through PvP infested zones and people are spawn camping the NPC location that you need to turn this in. So I think the PvEers have a valid complaint here because, I mean, nowhere in this documentation here does it say anything about being a PvP quest or anything like that. They do have at the very bottom here, warning, if this item is destroyed, it cannot be reacquired. They should have put, warning, this is a PvP dangerous type quest here, and that would have maybe appealed to all the PvE Care Bears to kind of like stay away and not do this quest. So within a day here, there's a 13-page thread of a lot of QQ going on about great quest, great events. You know, nobody can do this. 90% of the population can't do this. If you're, 7K or less gear score, you can't do this. People are spawn camping. Player nations ruin the game. All the same stuff going on. So you can read that as linked down below if you want to check that out or post your feedback. But one of the big things, though, that people don't understand yet is that, yes, this is a sandbox game. There are different elements of gameplay here. There are PvPers, there are PvEers out there, and that you do want to appeal to both groups. In order for the PvPers to actually have someone to PvP, they either got to fight themselves, which most likely they don't like the fair fights, or they need little fish PvEers to just go and gank and kill. That's generally what PvP is in MMORPGs, is the strong eating the weak. But to keep the weak around, you have to give them some things to actually interact with and be happy with. PvE events. Hence, the Halloween event is coming up starting October 24th to November 7th, and there's a lot of PvE activities that will not require any PvP whatsoever, and there's a lot of cool rewards. So here's all the list here. It's linked down below. You can check this out in the descriptions. They've got some new marketplace items as well. And then they are apparently bringing back the Smashing Xmas Present event, but they turned it into Smashing Pumpkins. So the best event by far, popular demand says this is the best event. Smashing Christmas Gifts is now Smashing Pumpkins, and it looks like you'll be able to do this for about 3 weeks and get a lot of cool stuff completely for free at the very top of the super rare list. Don't expect to get, but you could potentially get one of these, a lucky Infinite Scroll, Infinite Starlight, Moonlight, Sunlight, Blessing, or a full kit Aspen Treehouse. But that is pretty damn cool. And I know that the one reason they said they didn't do the Smashing Present gift last year was because of the Fresh Start servers. Now with them doing the Smashing Present gift event before Christmas, it lines it up so that 4.0 and the Fresh Start servers can actually appear around Christmas time, which is the tentative timeline. So they did say it was going to release before Christmas 4.0, that is. We have not got any confirmation on if/when there will be a Fresh Start server, but all signs point to 4.0. Honestly, if they don't do it at 4.0, I wouldn't be surprised if they did it in January after, the holiday break, after about 2 to 3 weeks of 4.0, when they could finally figure out what's broken in 4.0, because every major patch has a lot of issues and bugs in it. And so doing a Fresh Start server with a major patch just lines everything up for exploits to happen and the economies to be broken again as people figure out these exploits, exploit them, and then get so far ahead that no one can catch up to them. So I wouldn't be surprised to see December, probably December 10th or so, 4.0 launches, and then January 1st or January 2nd, the new year, a new Fresh Start server. That's a thought that I hadn't particularly thought about before. I had told Trine Worlds that they should definitely release a Fresh Start server after a major patch because of all those bugs and errors and issues in those patches. So a lot of people don't realize, but when 3.0 launched, there was a bug, an issue, an error, an exploit, whatever you want to call it, but you could pretty much print infinite amount of money by crafting a Delphinod armor, plate armor, and if you got the lucky roll and got the Ionod roll on that, you could then craft it up to the Ionod armor. If you did not get the Ionod roll on your plate armor, so if you didn't get the Quake roll that you needed, you could then break it down with the machining skills and break it down into wisps, and then use those wisps in the machining ability at 50,000 proficiency, I believe it is. And at that point, you would use less wisps than you actually acquired for creating that Delphnad armor. So it was something like a chess piece. You crafted it for 100 wisps, and then when you deconstructed it, you got 130 wisps. So you essentially profited 30 wisps to make that armor. Yes, you still did have to make it from Inferium up to the Delphinad tier, so you did have to use those little materials to get your wisps and to make money, but you were definitely able to sell 30 wisps for way more than it cost you to get those materials. So essentially, you were printing money. There is also a way to do this with the accessories as well. And I believe the accessories maybe still be broken and shattered as is right now, and I don't think they ever fixed them. But yes, you could print money, and sadly there wasn't much use for the accessories, so the accessory wisp market wasn't really profitable that much. But the armor was insanely profitable, and you're still seeing the effects of that today in the servers, because with 3.5 happen, they converted all the wisps into Archeage crystals. So many people had I wouldn't say many people, but people had a ton of plate mana wisps, and then they turned them all into Archeage crystals. Thousands upon thousands of plate mana wisps turned into Archeage crystals, which then brought the Archeage prices way down, and Archeage prices have not recovered yet, essentially, from that big surplus of pretty much free Archeage crystals brought into the system. So there may not be a system or exploit like that in 4.0, but most likely there's going to be something buggy, something weird going on that will affect the economy greatly. And if those exploits are not greatly known, it doesn't have too much of an effect, but there are several players that do get significantly further in the game because of those exploits. Making sure that a server starts fresh and has nothing like that, nothing broken in the game, is key to maintaining the success of a fresh start server and keeping people engaged and believing that it's fair. Once people start believing that it's not fair and that it's a pay-to-win server, the server goes to shit and goes to hell. That's what happened when they released the new RNG boxes, or the first RNG boxes on the old Fresh Start servers. Is once that happened, players quit in droves because they're like screaming pay-to-win, pay-to-win. And although the pay-to-win has always been on the server, because you could buy Apex and you could trade it for gold, or you could buy other items from the cash shop and trade it for gold, the pay-to-win mindset really became apparent once the RNG boxes came. People desperately hate those RNG boxes. So if they would have not released the RNG boxes in the Fresh Start server, the servers would have lived a lot longer, healthier lifespan rather than where they are at today. Anyway, guys, so that's it for right now. I will talk to you guys later. Check out all of the cool stuff that is being released for Halloween, and I am excited. So there was other news that one of the gift packs, so this World Weaver account compensation pack, a gift pack that was granted to everybody, expires on December 5th. And so some great detective work done here, meaning that they cannot release 4.0 / a new Fresh Start server before December 5th, because they don't want any of these compensation grants to be available, to be active on the Fresh Start servers. So pulling up the calendar, December 5th is a Tuesday, which means they might be taking the servers down on that Tuesday night / Wednesday, and then prepping the servers for the launch on 4.0 / Fresh Start on Friday, December 8th. They did say that it was going to happen, the 4.0 patch was going to happen before Christmas. So they're either going to be releasing 4.0 like normal on their Wednesday, December 6th or December 13th, maybe December 20th if they go really, really slow at this. But if they are releasing Fresh Start servers, they always do that historically on the Friday / Saturday. So they release them Saturday. They take the servers like offline Friday and then prep everything, do all the maintenance and whatnot Friday, and then release them on Saturday. So if they're doing that, they're maybe doing a long prep, maybe taking the servers offline Wednesday all the way through Friday, and then preparing for 4.0 / Fresh Start on Saturday. So our estimated dates could be, the 6th, the 13th, the 20th for 4.0. Or if we are getting 4.0 and Fresh Start servers, it could be the 9th, the 16th / I don't want to say the 23rd because it's way too close to Christmas, but maybe it could be the 23rd. Who knows what happens with their timing delays. So yeah, so December 9th, December 16th are looking to be the fresh start server dates if you are anticipating fresh start servers coming this year with 4.0. If we go into the reasoning of they're going to release fresh start servers in the new year, it would probably be happening around January 5th/6th when they release the fresh start servers, because for the holidays the Trian Worlds team most likely is going to be off for New Year's/Christmas. They're probably going to be away from the office for this week or so because of the holidays, meaning the earliest that we could see fresh start servers will be the 5th/6th in January. Alright guys, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you got other questions or comments, post them down below.